Louisville, home of the best scrapper, also home of the best rapper. Flow dapper, here's another chapter. Ride through, attack you, ride away your laughter. This is what I'm after, blowing on that rapper. Purple Dro, keep a bunch to blow. I don't serve it though, murder flow. If it goes down, I'm the first to know. Y'all niggas late, like the Coney show. Overdose, overload, sharp flow, leave him with the open throat. Lewis Keys, cool as Nova Scotia snow. Puff a blunt, poke a hole, nigga, you supposed to know. Lewis Keys, blowing blunts on the open road. Fuck a cop, fuck a speed limit, drive overdose. Keep a bad bitch, hips wide like Oprah's nose. And you know that I'm a fool, my free.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red, and we're back for another one. Alright, y'all, so hold on, give me a second, let me check the audio. Make sure everything's good, everything's working. Alright, we good to go. We ain't got no we ain't got no producers, I know no channel managers or none of that. It's just me and y'all. What's good, Pac? What's good with you, man? What's poppin'? It's another day, another one. We back for another one. Alright, y'all, so y'all saw the title. The YouTube boxing community reacts to Manny Pacquiao retiring. Or not. Plus, I want to talk about Teofimo Lopez ducking George Kambosos. Man, I don't know how many times this fight has been rescheduled. Now they're talking about rescheduling it again, so I wanted to touch on that, man. And kind of feel sorry for George Kambosos, man. I think he was ready, like, back in July, I think, when they were supposed to do the fight or something like that. It was like a month before the Pacquiao fight, and then they rescheduled it again. And he looked awesome on Instagram. I was watching his Instagram, and he looked like he was juiced up and ready to go. But every time they reschedule it, it seems like they breaking him down a little bit every time. So, all right, let's start off with the YouTube boxing community reacting to Manny Pacquiao's retirement, man. I've said a few times in the other streams that, I don't think Pacquiao's actually fully retired yet. We touched on that yesterday. But today I just want to touch on what some of the boxing community of YouTube has been saying, man, and see what y'all think. I want to give a few minutes, see if a few more people come into the chat before I get going here. But how's everybody's day going so far, man? What y'all been up to? What you up to, Pat? You in here? You still in here? What's good with you? I'm gonna check the articles real fast, see what's going on with Pacquiao. Alright, man. Alright, yeah, I want to touch on that subject, too, of Manny Pacquiao talking about he, at one point, felt like maybe, giving up on life. But, we got a few people in here right now. Make sure y'all tap that like button for me when y'all come in. Let's start off with, people's reactions. A lot of boxing fans, not much, just finished geeking up 5 grams. You geeked all the way up to the ceiling. But alright, so definitely, man, all boxing fans are not Pacquiao fans, and a lot of fans, they're ready for Pacquiao to go, man. They're ready for Pacquiao to be out of the way of the welterweight division and let the young guys, I guess, fight it out. And us as Pacquiao fans, we know Pacquiao got a little bit left, And we want to see if Pacquiao can go with the young guns. We got a great matchup out of Keith Thurman, Pacquiao. We got a good one out of Pacquiao, Ugas, and now the Wolves are coming out. Because Pacquiao lost to you guys, the Wolves are coming out, man, and they out for that Pacquiao blood, man. They ready to get some clout off of this and Manny Pacquiao. And I just want to touch on a couple of things that were said earlier. I had a few videos I wanted to add in, but I didn't have the time to put it all together today, man. It's been a long day. Alan says all new boxers are duckers. Manny fights anybody put in front of him. Straight up, man. Manny Pacquiao ain't never ducked nobody. Even though somebody mentioned that earlier in one of the videos I'm about to play for y'all, and I want to see what y'all think. I'm trying to see if we can get at least 5 people in here before I get going. Pac says I'm at work though. LOL. Continue later. That's all good, Pac, man. I appreciate you for coming through, man. What type of work do you do, Pac, if you still in here? But yeah, definitely want to touch on what people around the internet have been saying about Pacquiao's retirement. I mean, it's all good because Pacquiao's still going to run for president, so it's always news to be made when somebody's running for president. It's going to be a long, I think it's about 4 or 5 months until they actually start voting to see, exactly how Pacquiao goes about this election, number one, but what does he actually decide to do with the rest of his boxing career? Does he go with an exhibition? Does he go... Oh, okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Yeah, you definitely got to focus, man. Don't hurt yourself. You got to focus, Pac. You at work, man. Get them dollars. But definitely, is he... what was I saying? How's he going to approach the election, and then how's he going to approach the rest of his boxing career? Is he going to go with an exhibition fight? Is he going to still try to go at these young guns? Is he going to have like a Mayweather exit where he just fights a nobody, but, it's a real fight, but it's a good retirement fight? We don't know yet, but I definitely feel like it's not the last time we're going to see Pacquiao. I wouldn't mind if he doesn't want to do a fully sanctioned fight. I wouldn't mind seeing him do exhibition, depending on who it is. I'm not a big fan of Jake Paul, but I think if Pacquiao put on a exhibition with Jake Paul in the Philippines, it would be a huge money making event, and I think it would give the people of the Philippines something to be proud of. Plus, they get to see Jake Paul in person. I think that would be huge for his career too. I don't know how big he is over there, but maybe some of the other Filipino fans can fill me in on that one. But I'm pretty sure he's big. He's big everywhere else. So, but I want to focus on real fights, and hopefully we do get one more real fight. I'm really hoping that we get that Ugas rematch. It's just not looking good because, you got Errol Spence saying he wants to fight Ugas to get the belt, and then you got Ugas is mandatory with the WBA. So, not looking good for a Pacquiao rematch, but all we can do is hope, and see. But definitely, he's not retired yet, y'all. He definitely is not retired fully yet. Even his manager is saying, whoa, he jumped the gun with that one. So people got to stop saying that he's fully retired until you officially see it on his Instagram or on his Twitter. Then you'll know he's fully retired as a professional fighter. But me personally, I want him to get the Ugas rematch and get his belt back. At least go into retirement with a belt. Say, hey, I'm the oldest active welterweight champion, and then go into retirement. Because I don't think he's going to be able to get an Errol Spence fight or a Terrence Crawford fight at this point. But the Ugas fight is big now because, Ugas beat him. Max, what's good with you, bro? Appreciate you for coming through, man. I think the Ugas fight is big. I would love to see Errol Spence come back, like I said yesterday, and say, hey, man, the Pacquiao fight fell through, but I'm willing to still fight him if he wants to fight, before he runs for president. We can still get that fight in December. Because I think it can still happen. I don't know how he going to juggle his time with the campaign and time for training camp. That's why I feel he retired. Me too much down. Tomfoolery went on with that. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I don't know how he would juggle it. I spoke about that a couple of months. But it's good publicity. It's free publicity for him at the same time. If he's, pursuing a fight, because everybody's gonna want to interview him, even though everybody's gonna want to interview him already. But it's free publicity if he's doing a fight as well. Even if it's an exhibition fight, it don't have to be a real fight. Even if it's an exhibition, because if it's an exhibition, he's not gonna have to spend as much time training for an exhibition fight as he would for an actual sanctioned fight. But we just have to see what Manny Pacquiao decides. Alright, we hit 5 viewers, so I'm going to go ahead and play this first video. Some of you might know this guy, some of you might not know this guy, but let's hear what he had to say about Manny Pacquiao's supposed retirement.
Manny Pacquiao finally retires from boxing for good. I'm really happy. I was happy he got destroyed by Ugas. I was wishing it was Errol Spence to embarrass Manny like this. What is Manny Pacquiao's legacy gonna be? I will tell you. Manny Pacquiao's legacy is gonna be being knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez, my favorite Mexican fighter ever. Manny Pacquiao's legacy is gonna be ducking Floyd Mayweather for 6 years. Yes.
Alright, y'all, so y'all heard what he had to say, man. He was extremely ecstatic about Manny Pacquiao getting beat by Yadanius Ugas, and he feels like Pacquiao deserved the embarrassment, in some kind of way. I guess for sticking around. He just wishes that Errol Spence was the one to knock, to embarrass Pacquiao. And I said that in my first video after the loss, that, it was like they set him up to embarrass him. They put him up with this guy he really shouldn't have been matched up with on short terms. And, it was like an embarrassment. Even though I think Pacquiao gave him a good fight, he definitely could have did way better. It was definitely like an embarrassment, man. Let's see what y'all got to say. I know how he gonna. Okay, I said that one. Me too. LOL. What the F is that? He is high. But definitely, like he said, was saying like Manny Pacquiao's legacy is going to be him getting knocked out by Marquez. And a lot of people, I think, a lot of Pacquiao hater fans, boxing fans, are always going to go back to that Marquez loss. When it comes to talking about Pacquiao, remembering Pacquiao when he actually does retire. And this you guys fight. If he leaves on this you guys fight, it's just going to put a even worse taste in those people's mouth, and they're gonna want to talk about Pacquiao even worse because of that you guys lost. To where if he came back and did fight you guys and beat him and went out on a good note, then I think the hate for Pacquiao might be a little less. But if he goes out on that fight, it's it's gonna be ugly if he goes out on that fight. I think when it comes to the haters remembering Pacquiao, he should just shut up. Only Manny knows. But then when I was watching that video, I'm like, man, that's crazy how people are already going back to hate on Pacquiao, going back to old fights to hate on Pacquiao, and really not even reporting the news accurately. They just want to put out their version of what the truth really is. And it's not always fair to Pacquiao. Max says that is definitely part of his history, but the real story behind that is the comeback. 9 lives better. He did come back from that. He was actually winning that fight until, Marquez knocked him out. But in the record books, he still got knocked out, I guess. But I just think it's crazy how I don't want to call him a Flomo because I ain't never watched any of his other videos, so I don't know how much he likes Floyd Mayweather. But how quick he was to go back and remember something that you guys didn't do to Pacquiao, that Errol Spence didn't do to Pacquiao, that Terrence Crawford didn't do. Marquez knocked Pacquiao out. None of those guys even got close to that. Keith Thurman didn't get close to it. Adrian Broner didn't get close to it. Lucas Matisse, you could go on and on, but it's just crazy how they treat Pacquiao's name in the YouTube boxing community, man. I mean, the comeback after that fight. Yeah, I mean, how many fights did he win after that? Did he? Okay, so Marquez knocked him out. Was that after the Mayweather fight? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that after the Mayweather fight, Max? Because the Mayweather fight was in 2015. And I think the Marquez knockout was in 2013. It was either 2013 or 2014. So correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But I'm trying to think of how many wins he had after that. He had that fight. He lost to Mayweather, lost to Horn, and then he's beat Lucas Matisse, Jessie Vargas, Adrian Broner, Keith Thurman, and then he lost to, his story is truly a David and Goliath. So he's won like 5 fights, I think, since his last loss, which was Jeff Horn, before the Floyd Mayweather fight. Okay, so he lost to Marquez, he lost to Mayweather. Who did he fight after Mayweather? Was it Matisse? No. Who did he fight after Mayweather? Was it the Jeff Horn fight? Was that immediately after? I think he fought Tim Bradley right after Mayweather. I think he fought Bradley and beat Bradley, got the belt back, and then he fought Jeff Horn and lost to Jeff Horn. And then he fought Matisse, Vargas, Broner, Thurman, and then he lost to Yordanius Ugas. So he had 4 victories since his last loss. Reclaimed 2 titles. Definitely true. He beat Bradley, and then he beat Thurman. Bradley, Vargas. Yep. So that's what I was thinking too. So I'm gonna play it one more time for the people who might not have seen it. See what y'all think. If anybody else is new in here, see what y'all think about what he said about Manny Pacquiao and his legacy.
Manny Pacquiao finally retires from boxing for good. I'm really happy. I was happy he got destroyed by Ugas. I was wishing it was Errol Spence to embarrass Manny like this. What is Manny Pacquiao's legacy gonna be? I will tell you. Manny Pacquiao's legacy is gonna be being knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez, my favorite Mexican fighter ever. Manny Pacquiao's legacy is gonna be ducking Floyd Mayweather for 6 years. Yes.
Alright, y'all, so I think it's crazy, man, that people are already saying stuff like that about Manny Pacquiao. It's only going to get worse as a Pacquiao fan, especially when they start to talk about the Ugas fight and how bad people feel like he looked when he fought Ugas, simply because he caught cramps in the legs. So, but Manny Pacquiao as a fighter has never got to use excuses. He's never, because it has been a David and Goliath story, like you said. He hasn't got to use excuses. So when he beats bigger guys, and people say he's on steroid. You know, they don't even let him get a victory without saying something crazy. If he beats somebody, then they say he's on steroids, or you know, somebody's giving him PEDs, or you know, this guy was weight drained, or you know, it's always an excuse when he wins, and even when he loses, you know, it gets even worse. Now, you know, he's the worst fighter, or his legacy is gonna get remembered for the knockouts and the losses. You know, Mayweather's better because he never lost. All the garbage talk, but as fans, I guess it's up to us to defend Pacquiao and make sure that he's not reflected in a bad way. That people do understand he did amazing things for the sport of boxing. He's done even more amazing things for his country, and his legacy should only be remembered as probably the greatest fighter of our generation. If you want to put him and Mayweather next to each other, I don't mind that, but we shouldn't be able to disrespect one if we can't disrespect the other. So if I can't disrespect Mayweather as a great boxer, you know, you shouldn't be able to disrespect Manny Pacquiao as a great fighter. His accomplishments will never be broken in the sport. Alright, let's see what y'all saying. Man, too much. Max, even when Pac lost to Ugas, he didn't look that bad. See, Red, check this out. I can't click on those links while I'm doing this because it's gonna throw the whole live off. So it's something I gotta check out later on. Sorry about that, Max, man. I'll check it out later though. But definitely, man. All right, let's move on to the next one. Sometimes, you know, when I break news on YouTube, people don't believe me because my channel's so small. And, you know, I ain't got no sponsors, and nobody cares about Cardinal Red's opinion except for our community. So, you know, when I break news sometimes, or when I say stuff, you got to fact check it. I guess people feel like they got to fact check it to believe it. So, I definitely wanted to put somebody who's definitely fact checked out there, who's been around for a long time, has more access to Team Pacquiao than I do, and whose opinion matters. You know, I have great respect for this guy, so I definitely want to share his opinion. I'm not sure what's going on with him. It sounded like he was a little bit sick when I watched this video, but definitely want to see what y'all got to say, how y'all react to your boy and what he had to say about Pacquiao and his possible retirement.
Boxing superstar, boxing icon, the only 8th division champion in the history of boxing, maybe the greatest fighter of all time, Manny Pacquiao, has done an interview in the Philippines where he says that his boxing career is over. He says that his family have told him that it's enough and that he should step away from the sport. He said he continued to fight because he was passionate about boxing. However, I talked to Team Manny Pacquiao, and they're saying that until you see it officially on Manny Pacquiao's Twitter, until you see it officially on Manny Pacquiao's Instagram, he's not 100% retired. Boxing superstar, boxing icon, the only 8th division champion in the history of boxing.
All right, y'all. So that was y'all know who that is, man. But you know, like I said, when it comes from me, people don't always believe it. But when it comes from a guy like that, you know, he has a lot of access to Manny Pacquiao. He knows what's going on in the circle. So, listen, Manny Pacquiao is not retired yet. He's nowhere, you know. Until it's official, it's official. So you're not going to hear me report on Manny Pacquiao being retired until he officially comes out and says on at least Twitter or Instagram that my career is officially over. Like I said, even if it's a exhibition, I'll accept that. You know, as a fan, I'm going to be happy to see him fight one more time. But I'm not going to report that he's retired until he's officially retired. I want to be factual and honest about everything I'm doing. I go check articles every day. I check channels to see what people are saying. He might be leaning more toward that, but it's not official yet. So people can't say it's official until it's official. All these channels reporting that he's officially retired. It just hasn't happened yet. Let's see what y'all saying. Put it in the comments later. Okay, I got you. Told you box T streets for charity. You would getting more subs. T Streets. I don't think T Streets would be up for that, man. Y'all know T Streets got asthma real bad. So I'm not sure how he feel about it. Plus, I think he outweighs me by like 50 or 60 pounds. He's a bit bigger guy. But for charity, you know, with face mask and everything, I might do it. T Streets don't even know who I am no more. I haven't had a conversation with T Streets since probably like 2015 when him and Enter the Arenas was going at it. During the Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao, the Maypac, you know, fight and everything. It was the last time I actually sent a comment to him and he responded to it. So this was a long, long time. He probably don't even know who I am. It's fun. That's funny though. It would be an interesting matchup. The only way to beat Pac achievements, either you go 9 divisions or become a 7-division unified undisputed champion in each division, but probably not gonna happen too much. Yeah, his record's never gonna be broken again. That 8 division alone is probably gonna stand the test of time for a long, long, long time. Pacquiao is retiring. If Pac was going to retire, we would hear it from Manny. It would be the biggest live boxing event of recent. Exactly, man. When he does retire, we're gonna know he's retired, and he's gonna officially come out and say it himself. He's not just gonna leave us in limbo like that by saying it on some news source. Who nobody really knows about. In America, nobody, you know, until people started leaking that video, nobody even knew he said that in that video. So until we officially heard from him, it's not official yet. Pacquiao should come back after 10 years, fight an exhibition fight. New generation would be shocked when they find out who he is. Imagine their mind when they see his fights. You know, it'll be interesting to see him 10 years from now. Kind of like, you know, Tyson came back and fought in Holyfield. But what would be more interesting, and I'm telling you, would just blow his campaign out of the water, would be for him to fight Jake Paul. I mean, he's the biggest name in boxing right now. And it would be humongous for that to happen in the Philippines. It would be, you know, something unprecedented for the Philippines, and it would be huge dollars for Manny Pacquiao's campaign. He wouldn't have to train that much, and he would probably make more money off of that than fighting Spence or Crawford. So I think that's why Shane Gibson, the president of Pacquiao Promotions, and that came straight from Shane Gibson's mouth. He is the president of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, and he's the one who's saying that Pacquiao's not officially retired yet, and he would know because he's the one who puts the contracts together. So if he's saying that he's obviously saying that for a reason. There must be something in Pacquiao's contract that he hasn't fulfilled yet, and until he fulfills that, you know, he's not officially retired. So I would be leaning a lot toward there's going to be some type of exhibition. Is the opponent going to be Logan Paul or Jake Paul or whatever Paul? We don't know yet. But I would definitely say Pacquiao is probably going to have one more fight. It's more than likely going to be an exhibition though. I'm really leaning toward the exhibition fight because it benefits him for the campaign. You know, everything he's going to do for the next year is going to be toward that campaign. A good fight with Errol Spence would help, you know, but that would take a lot out of him and would be, you know, a wear and tear on the campaign. But I think the Jake Paul thing would be more like a publicity stunt. You know, it's going to be a lot of hype surrounding that, and there'll be a lot of eyeballs and a lot of media surrounding every move of that fight. So it would be the biggest thing happening in boxing. Jake don't have balls to fight Pac-Man, LOL, even if Pac has cramps or no injury, no injured arm. I mean, it wouldn't be a real fight. I don't think, they would, definitely couldn't, it wouldn't be a real fight, because we know Pacquiao would beat the crap out of him. In a real fight, Pacquiao would probably beat him up worse than he beat up Margarito. Because Jake Paul is big and slow, and he's way slower than Margarito. He don't have the boxing abilities that Margarito has, so I think Pacquiao would do a number on him, which would be interesting in his own right. I mean, he could do a sanctioned fight with Jake Paul, but there's nothing in it for him to do a sanctioned fight with Jake Paul because he doesn't have any titles to where if he fought him in an exhibition, he could still get all the publicity and the money. It just wouldn't be on his actual official boxing record. So I think that, hey, I would say look out for some type of exhibition for Manny Pacquiao. I'm not saying it's going to officially be one of the Paul brothers yet, but definitely I would say look out for an exhibition, Rocky style from Manny Pacquiao. Y'all remember when Rocky fought, when he fought Hulk Hogan? I can't remember which Rocky it was, but when he fought Hulk Hogan, it would be on the publicity of something like that. It would be a huge publicity stunt for Pacquiao, and right in the middle of the campaign, like when like Coming to America when Apollo was playing Coming to America when he fought the Russian, but he didn't know the Russian was gonna was gonna beat him half to death. It would be a super duper publicity stunt on Pacquiao's end. So I would say be looking out for that. Definitely. We might not get the Ugas rematch we're hoping for, but I think definitely it's going to be some type of exhibition fight in there in the near future. Probably sometime around January, December, in that time frame, right before they actually start voting. All right, y'all. So I want to touch on one more subject, man. If y'all ain't got nothing else to say about that, let me see what y'all saying. I want to touch on one more subject, and that is the Teofimo Lopez George Kambosos fight, man. For all the people we got in here right now, we got 9 people in here right now. Could y'all pack you out the like button for me? Get that. See if we can get 10 likes before I get out of here, man. But let's talk about this George Kambosos Teofimo Lopez fight for a little while with the people who are in here. Number one, I want to know who. 9 people out of 9 people who has Teofimo winning that fight and who got George Kambosos winning that fight, if it actually does take place. If they actually do finally fight one of these days, it's been rescheduled like 5 times, I think. So if they reschedule it again, it'll be the 6th time they rescheduled the fight. I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes before I play this video. See who y'all got in that fight. Me personally, I definitely think George Kambosos looks good. I've been following his Instagram since they announced the fight the first time. I started following his Instagram, and he's looked spectacular the whole time. And I feel like they're trying to slow his growth down. I think they saw what he looked like in sparring and in training, and they've been trying to slow his growth down and trying to make him overtrain. That way, or injure himself. That way, Teofimo can take advantage of him when they actually do fight. Because it's almost ridiculous to hear about. I mean, I advocated for the Pacquiao fight to get rescheduled, but not 5 times. Like, who reschedules them? I know a couple of times was because of the sickness or whatever that's going on in the world. But like 5 times, like seriously, they should have fought 3 times already. It's almost ridiculous for it to be drug out this long. And definitely, Kambosos definitely has to be overtrained by now. Maybe Teofimo is too. But I'm hoping when they finally do fight, both guys don't come in there and just be sluggish for the whole fight. We don't even get a good fight out of either one of them because it's been drug out this long. Me personally, like I said, I got Kambosa. Pac said he got Kambosa. Nobody really else commented, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this bit from another YouTuber you guys probably know.
Great. Teofimo Lopez versus Kambosos. You guys see it on the screen. I don't even know at this point what's good and what's going on. They said the date was a Monday, October 4th. As you guys know, if you listen to my videos and you listen to the channel, I says that date could be very problematic based on the fact that they would have to compete and contend with Monday Night Football. Great.
All right, y'all. So, like he said, man, it's almost ridiculous that they keep they keep rescheduling this fight. Like, is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? And then they talking about it happening on a Monday, which definitely that's a no. I mean, I've never even heard of a championship fight happening on a Monday. Like, who would even? Nobody's gonna tune in for that. Who's gonna pay for pay-per-view on a Monday, especially on a work night? Like, a lot of people gonna be at work. It's gonna be hard for people to actually watch that fight. Does anybody know if that fight's gonna be for the title? Is that a title fight? Because it's been rescheduled so many times. It's Triller mistake. What did Plant say about Canelo MMA at the face-off today? I'm not sure, man. I just caught a couple of thumbnails about Canelo smacking somebody before I got on live, man. So I haven't even checked into that one yet. So I can't really touch on the Canelo part, but definitely I'm trying to figure out what they're thinking about. Putting the Kambosa Teofimo. It's so boxing is in turmoil right now. The whole boxing world is in turmoil right now. They don't know when to put fights on. They can't get, the best fighters fighting the best fighters. They can't get promoters on the same page. You got fighters out here having to fight unknown. You got championship fighters having to fight unknown opponents on 2 weeks' notice. Nothing makes sense in boxing right now, man. It's almost ridiculous as a fan. You're getting hyped up for no reason, and then you're getting disappointed, and then you're getting hyped up again and disappointed. I've been looking for this Kambosa fight for like 4 months. Every time I think it's coming on, I'm sitting around waiting, and then I heard it got canceled again. I'm like, man, what the H is going on? Let me see what y'all saying. Who gonna pay for a Lopez Kambosa fight? Exactly, and definitely who's gonna pay for a Lopez Kambosa on a Monday night? Like, it don't even make sense. I know a lot of people think Triller's entertaining because they put rappers in their events, and I guess it draws a younger crowd, but they're not doing what traditional boxing promoters do, which is hype these fights up in the correct way and go after the correct audience. You can't just stick a boxing fight like Kambosa Lopez in front of a hip-hop audience. They have no idea who either one of those guys is. Only real boxing fans know who either one of those guys is, and only real boxing fans know who George Kambosa is because he's from Australia, and he's not popular in America. So it's kind of ridiculous for them to be putting these fights on weeknights, and then it's even more ridiculous for them to be rescheduling it like this because Kambosa and Lopez are unknown names. And when they hyped it up originally, I'm pretty sure they had a little following behind the fight. But now that you drug it out so long, I'm pretty sure the fair weather fans that was going to watch that have pretty much disappeared. So, going to be interesting to see if that fight even actually happens now. They might reschedule the fight out of existence, and then, both guys end up fighting somebody else because they're not available. I feel sorry for Kambosa, man, because he definitely should have got this fight 5-6 months ago. When he was looking awesome. I don't know what he looks like now. I haven't seen him in the past couple of weeks. I ain't been on Instagram in a while, so y'all gotta let me know what's going on. Let's see what y'all saying in the chat. Heard Plant said something about Canelo. Get me more wrenched up too, bro. It's almost sickening as a fan, man, when you think about it. Because I was really excited for that fight. I thought Kambosos was gonna knock him out. You know, when I first saw the fight hype and I saw how Kambosos looked. You know, when he almost knocked him over in the stare down and everything. So I was real amped up about that fight. Then it got rescheduled. Then it got rescheduled again. Then it rescheduled again. Then I ain't even been looking for it, to be honest with you. I just been following Kambosos' Instagram, hoping I catch when they actually say it's gonna happen. Now maybe he said something about it. Catch you guys later. I got the road later, Cardinal Red. Keep it up, bro. No problem, man. I'm about to get off here myself. I'm kind of hungry, man. I ain't gonna stay on that long tonight. I was on for a while yesterday, so. Definitely, man, just wanted to touch in with y'all, see what y'all had to say. Got 8 people in here right now, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through, man, showing the love that y'all be showing. It's always appreciated, man. Tomorrow's topic, what y'all want to talk about tomorrow, man? I want to do a topic from the chat, man. See what's the top topic in the chat. What's the top fight y'all looking for? And we can talk about that tomorrow. Me personally, I'm ready for the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight. I didn't know Canelo was fighting. Every time Canelo fights, it's always a surprise to me. Like he just, I look up one day and I see his fights on TV and I end up catching it. So I never know when Canelo's fighting, man. I'm definitely gonna be keeping up more with the current fights during the winter when I stop working, when my work slows down. Definitely will be. It's gonna be a whole lot more content coming out on the channel, so y'all look forward to that. And I can't wait to hear what Manny Pacquiao has to say. Whether he comes back and just does a some type of announcement, press conference, or whatever he decides to do as far as the end of his career goes, but it's not over yet. Everybody's saying that Pacquiao's career is over. It's not officially over just yet, man. Y'all gotta slow y'all roll. Let Manny Pacquiao make his own decisions. Let Manny Pacquiao tell y'all it's over. Let him do his official thing and, get all the praise that he deserves when he does finally hang it up. Alright, man. If y'all ain't got nothing else to say in the chat, man, I think I'm about to get out of here. Go get me something to eat. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all let me know, man. I'm gonna play some music for a little while. Y'all let me know down in the chat what y'all want to talk about tomorrow. And I definitely will be on that. Otherwise, I'll just make up a new topic and we can chop it up again tomorrow, man. Definitely gonna be giving YouTube a lot more of my personal time. Trying to treat the channel right, man. I had abandoned the channel for a little while, but we back official now. Got 7 people in here, man. If you ain't hit the like button, man, definitely go ahead and pack you out that like button for me, man. Alright, Pac, man. I'm gonna catch you tomorrow, bro. Appreciate you for coming through, Pac. You always support, man. Alright, y'all. It's your boy Cardinal Red, and we are out of here.
Louisville, home of the best scrapper, also home of the best rapper. Flow dapper, here's another chapter. Ride through, attack you, ride away your laughter. This is what I'm after, blowing on that rapper. Purple Dro, keep a bunch to blow. I don't serve it though, murder flow. If it goes down, I'm the first to know. Y'all niggas late, like the Conan show. Overdose, overload, sharp flow, leave him with the open throat. Lewis Keys, cool as Nova Scotia snow. Puff a blunt, poke a hole, nigga, you supposed to know. Lewis Keys, blowing blunts on the open road. Fuck a cop, fuck a speed limit, drive overdose. Keep a bad bitch, hips wide like Oprah's nose. And you know that I'm a fool, my freestyle's wet, I'm floating in the pool. You should pay your tuition, you're going to my school. Principal keys, you niggas getting held back. Fuck them little sacks, you can have your bread back. No refund, well here the G's come. Hit your ass up, leave you with your fucking head crack.
Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, 502.
Louisville, Kentucky, 502. That's where I'm from, player, how about you? I'm from the city where the hate is familiar. I'm from the city where the haters will kill ya. I'm from the city where they like to gamble. Dice game, get robbed, niggas to scramble. Head for the hills, nigga duck and dive. No bullshit, no shuck and jive. I know a lot of guys